Hello, my beautiful goddesses, Luxura Moon Goddess, and today we're going to be talking about put your money into your magic. So that's the topic I'm going to be speaking on today, and I'll be explaining what I mean by that. So, put money into your magic. So, what do I mean by this? Think of growing in your magical journey. Think of growing in your spirituality as an investment. See it as an investment. Now, when you're starting off in magic, you may not know exactly everything or what to do, but see it as an investment. And I'm going to tell you why that is. When you put money into your magic, you're going to receive more. So, when you're out, think of it this way. Like, for example, when you're thinking of, what to use when you're doing your spells or what have you, you want the best herbs. You want to use the right herbs, of course. You want to use the right tools. You want to be using the right things. So, see it as an investment. And an easy way for you to be able to put some money into your magical practices is because we know everybody's income level is different, everybody has a different budget. So, you can set aside what I call an allowance into how much you put into your magic. And this can be a weekly allowance, this can be monthly, it can be bi weekly. It just depends on, whatever your budget is. So, see it as an investment. Put money into getting good quality crystals. You want to get authentic crystals, of course. You want to be, whether it's the crystals or even, let's say, your altar space, for example. You want to be able to have, and it doesn't have to be when let's say you're creating your spiritual altar. You don't have to have the fanciest type of items or anything like that because it doesn't have to be like that unless you particularly want it to be that way. But, you want to set aside this allowance to be able to put money, I want my spiritual altar to be thoughtful. I want to put out, let's say you're working with, for example, deities. You want to be able to put out what I call thoughtful offerings. You want to be thought out into because when it comes to offerings, you want to be intentional in what you're offering to deities, or even if you're working with, say, your ancestors or what have you. Now, again, it doesn't have to be the most expensive items, but it should be thoughtful items that you pick out with care, pick out with intention. That way, these deities, they're seeing, oh, this person is offering, this, that, and the other, I'm going to help them. They're being intentional and being mindful of what they're putting out. And so I'm going to help this person even further with, whatever they're trying to manifest or whatever they're trying to gain with a spell or what have you. So when you're thinking about your magical practices, put in the money and see it as an investment. And with magical practices, I have found that it is 100% worth it. It is worth putting the money into your magic. Because, again, the more that you're able to offer yourself to the deities you worked with, to your ancestors, to spirits, or whatever it is that you work with, or however you conduct your magical practices, you're going to receive more. You're going to manifest faster. And the reason being is because you're able to offer up more to them. So, with that being said, put in the money towards your magic, towards whatever you need for your spell work, to whatever candles you may need. Now, obviously, again, it's not about buying the most expensive items, most expensive candles, or the most expensive things for your altar, but it's more about again, the more you're able to give out and that energy that you're putting out as well, this is going to allow you, because it's basically like an exchange. The more you're willing to put out, the more you're willing to put up to offer, the more you're going to receive in return. And so sometimes, depending on what you're offering as well, or what you're using in your spell work or what have you, you're going to be able to receive even faster because you were able to either offer more or offer more thoughtful, well put out items, or food, or whatever you're offering. So I just wanted to put on. This is going to be a relatively quick one, but this is something I've discovered. So put in the money into your magical practices. It is 100% worth it. It is worth putting in the money into your practices, because you're going to receive so much more and you're going to be able to manifest faster. So that's all I have for today. It's going to be a relatively quick one, but I wanted to get this information out there for you, because I do feel that this is particularly important for me to give out this message. So I'm going to leave it at that. And like I said, it doesn't have to be, whatever it is within your budget. You want to set a small allowance, whatever you have, and begin putting money into your magical practices so that you're able to receive more. That's all I have for this one, and I'll check y'all later. Bye bye.